Hey, let's go. Turn the crowd. Oh, here we go.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, last year, Chris Conley was the third option at receiver for Kansas City. He shipped off to Jacksonville. Now they're hoping that Robinson can help fill that void. And Andy Reid has said that he and Mahomes are developing a great rapport, hoping to improve upon the 22 times they connected last season. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Max 50. Get the ball. 50's the mark. 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 32 on the play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, Can you reward yourself by keeping him on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
20, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the curl! Watch the curl!
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play there for KC. 61 yards that time on the ground.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Texans 14.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
51, right here, guys.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Butker's kick here is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker's spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd down now, Muhammad, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
You got tight right there.
Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Texans scoop it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
2nd and inches at the 24-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Right here.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Jones has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
The give is to Jones. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Emmanuel Ogbah able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson now. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Jackson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans cut into that lead.
I'm going back to you.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Yellow, yellow. 65, 65.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. It's complete to Fuller. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Check it out, Reed.
And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 6-yard line.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Echo. Check.
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's complete to Robinson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for the Texans. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a second down throw for the end zone. But it's incomplete. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it did.
Touchdown, Texans. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Here I come! Here I come! Here I come! Check 24! Check.
And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And some room to maneuver. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back up.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin, 77 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.